that 12K ruck march just really jacked up my feet. My drill sergeant said it's tingling, but that can only mean one thing. There's a bunch of medical malpractice going on in the military. I hear if you say ivermectin 3 times, CNN will come and find you. We got lockdowns from COVID. We got mask mandates. We got forced vaccines that you gotta take now. I mean, fuck your 2 combat tours into Afghanistan, the place that we fucking gave away to the Taliban for free. Yeah, forget about that. If you don't get a vaccine, you're out. Thank you for your service. Hubbing. As if we don't have enough to add onto the cornucopia of medical problems in the Army, we have but one more mediocre military medical mishap for you and I. Because this summer, a bunch of cadets went to Fort Knox to do some training and pretend to be enlisted men. How degrading is that? A bunch of fucking officer candidates walk around and do land nav and take some ruck marches along, sleep outside for a day or two, so now they can look at us enlisted men and say, I know what it was like. I had to eat an MRE over the weekend. You eat an egg omelet, and then you can talk to me about MREs, sir. Oh, those things make me nauseous already. Egg omelet was the worst. Well, while these cadets are running around in summer camp at Fort Knox, a couple of them got some little boo-boos on their heels and needed their blister popped. And here comes along an Army medic, somebody who I'm not so sure had a lot of time on the job, and he goes around to one of them and says, let me see that blister, sir. Boop, pops it. Got another one. Boop, pops theirs and theirs and theirs, and uses the same individual needle for almost 2 dozen cadets. Even heroin addicts know better than to use the same needle from one guy to the next, but an Army medic decided that, we're really running short here. I'd better just save up. I'll just use this one. Boop, 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 boop. I was gonna report on this earlier, but the freaking rumor mill had to go haywire, and the first thing people started messaging me was, did you hear how 50 cadets tested positive for HIV because they used the same needle for blisters? And this is why I can't trust any of my DMs, because some of you dopes just tell me shit that you fucking heard from some other fucking dope with absolutely no research. All the cadets are getting tested for HIV and none of them have came back positive. But come on, how realistic can it be that 1 out of these 2 dozen cadets might have went and got a hooker for $20 a couple weeks ago, and they had unsafe, unprotected sex, which then caused that cadet to unknowingly get HIV and then get a blister and then have that blister popped and shared with over, oh my God, this is completely plausible. This could absolutely happen. Thank God it didn't happen at the 82nd, because there would be herpes spread everywhere. Oh, but there's a silver lining here, because that medic that took 1 fucking needle and jabbed 2 dozen people, like Michael J. Fox that pinned the tail on the donkey night, went through some retraining and is now out doing his job at God knows where, at God knows what fucking unit. And let me tell you this, medic, you aren't built for the job. Even without any medical training, everybody in the world knows not to share needles. Everybody. And you're supposed to be in charge of us idiots that don't know shit about the fluids or shit that we put in our body. But here you are just treating the world like your pincushion, and now you're out being a med. This is why the Navy laughs at us. We got Army medics down here. We've got homeless heroin addicts right here. Medic, heroin addict, and then a corpsman way up here. Way up there. You can't even see him. He's way up there laughing at you. His balls dragging across the top of your forehead, Army medics, because for some reason, the Navy's better at medical than the Army. Don't we get blown up more? I'm so confused. But speaking of medical malpractice, underpaid private. I'm gonna teach you how to sham today. Now, with all this medical mumbo jumbo going around and me just fucking tired of all this bullshit, I figured I'd share my favorite sham with you today. And that's Fake Mask USA. Whether you are flying in the sky in an aeroplane and you got federal mandates to worry about, or you are in a state like California and you are locked down, Fake Mask will help you get through the day. This thing is thinner than the nylon panties the strippers wear. Oh, it's a mask, but it's so thin you can see right through it. So if you want to breathe comfortably, you just use the link below. And don't forget to use code ANGRYCOPS for 10% off your entire purchase. I might just use this thing as a thong. I gotta do all this all over again because the microphone was on the wrong setting. Sounded like I'm screaming into a fucking tin can. This looks like I'm screaming into a dick, but I wasn't. It might have sounded like I was.